Hey there, Aquarius, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your weekly reading. This is going to be a reading for the week of April 7th through April 13th, and we're going to take a look at your past, your present, and your near future energies. Also, Aquarius, please remember, since this is general reading, energies do go both ways. So I could be picking up on your energy or your person's energy. Take the energies as they resonate for you. Also, Aquarius, wow, Gemini got the High Priestess in the city. Dude, y'all air signs are all going through something very, very intense with your higher self. Exactly the same layout as Gemini. Higher self, 3D world. Higher self, 3D world. That's so crazy. Yeah, air signs are definitely going through a very, very intense transformation. But it's still looking good, you know? So, and you're manifesting, of course. So Aquarius, please make sure to stick around to the very end of the reading if this does resonate with you, because I do pull cards from Spirit that really tie the whole message together. So, the main energy for your reading this week is the Magician. You are definitely manifesting. Now, it's not just you here in the 3D world, like, oh, you know, I want to be happy. No, this is your higher self manifesting. Your higher self is coming into the picture and being like, okay, we're playing with the big boys now. In the recent past, you get the High Priestess, the Judgment, the Four of Cups. There's a very, very intense transformation here. It's like your higher self is making a decision about something. It's transforming something that has brought you a lot of unhappiness, a lot of disappointment. It could be that, you know, somebody was interested in you or offering you something, or there was a position. I'm not really sure what this is. Something was not aligned with your higher self, and your higher self is making the decision to be like, no more. We're done with this unhappy energy. In the current situation, you get the Moon, the Death, and the Ten of Pentacles. By the way, this could have to do with your career and your finances. I'm not seeing love like bursting out of the reading quite yet. I do see a lot of Pentacles, which is always indicative to me of an improvement in your financial situation, job, career, something like that. But in the current situation, there's a transformation which you're not seeing yet. Right? The Death is all about transforming something and releasing something that no longer serves you, okay? But with the Moon, that's letting me know that you don't realize this yet, or you're in the process of realizing it in the current situation. Something here is dying out because it no longer serves you. Spirit is removing it from your life, and it's something that has to do with your stability. Again, could be a connection, could be a job, could be that you're transitioning from an old position into a brand new position. We'll see when we clarify. In the near future, you get the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Chariot. There's a lot of equal exchange of energy here between you and somebody else. And I see you being very open to this. With the Page of Cups energy, to me, that's indicative of the fact that you're very hopeful about whatever this is. There's a lot of open energy feelings, right? And things are happening. Things are moving in a very good direction for you here. I'm not sure what this is. This is pretty vague so far, but I can definitely see there's a... I want to say like an up-leveling here, a very big up-leveling. Let's take a look, and I think that was also the title for your monthly reading. If you haven't checked out your monthly reading yet, make sure to go check it up on the channel. It's already up on the channel. So let's take a look at the Magician for you as the main energy for your reading this week. See what you're manifesting. Two more. Okay, some of you, this may have to do with a relationship. For most of you, this has a lot to do with your stability. You're manifesting a significant improvement in your finances, in your 3D material world. So it could be that you're like, I want a better house, I want a better car, I want more money, I want a better job, I want more clients for my business. You're manifesting a completely new energy of you stepping into like this, almost like an energy where you've never experienced this before. You know how sometimes it's like we've been making X amount of money for so long, or we've been in this job for so long. You're manifesting going to some place that you've never even been before, not even in your dreams. You don't have a reference point for where you're trying to get at because you've never even been there. But you're so positive, you're manifesting this. You're like, you know what? I want to take this jump. I want to take this like leap forward, and I want things to work out. And you get the Ten of Pentacles again in the current situation. There's definitely a lot of manifestations surrounding your 3D world. Let's take a look at your recent past. I want to take, okay. So for the High Priestess in your recent past, you get the Emperor, the Queen of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Your manifestation, your intuition is trying to communicate with you here in the recent past, and I don't feel like you're listening to it. I'm not really sure what it's trying to tell you. You would know, but you're showing me here, like, I can hear my intuition. I can hear my higher self telling me, Aquarius, so and so, right? Fill in the blank. You're not listening to it. You're shutting your intuition off, and you're like, shh, you go sit there, sit in the corner, be quiet. I don't want to hear you. The mind knows best. The mind can take over. I don't know why you're not doing this. I don't know why you're not listening to your intuition, but you're showing me two cards here of absolutely we're not listening to our feelings. We're not listening to our intuition. We're going to do whatever makes sense, whatever is logical, whatever is practical. And again, with the Two of Pentacles, it's almost like you had a hard time, like, finding balance between your intuition and your between your intuition and your mind. And so you were just like, you know what, my intuition, be quiet. The mind is going to take over. Enough of this. I don't know what that's about, but it's definitely kind of like a fight between your higher self and your 3D world. And I guess logic and practicality won over. Let's take a look at the Judgment for you in the recent past. The Judgment is clarified by the Seven of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. There is love showing up here for you, but you kind of not really being interested in it. It's almost like, again, deep down, you do want this, like, brand new beginning. You're trying to rekindle something with someone that you still carry a lot of feelings for, but you're also very guarded, very defensive against it. So to me, that's indicative that things between you and this person at some point did not work out. They didn't go the way you wanted them to. And so even though you do have this deeper desire within you, excuse me, to rekindle this, to revive it, you're also very defensive and guarded against it because this person hurt you in the past or things didn't work out. And so you kind of have that energy of like, I don't really believe this is going to happen, but I still want it. You know, kind of like pushing and pulling at the same time. Let's take a look at the Four of Cups for you in the recent past. Four of Cups is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Page of Wands. There's two energies showing up here, and you guys are both matching each other in terms of how you're showing up. So, there's also, you and this person are not together physically in the 3D world. Energetically, you guys are definitely connecting, communicating. Excuse me. Maybe you're not even talking in the 3D world because I'm having a hard time talking right now. But you guys are both showing up under Page energy, which to me is like, I'm showing up the same way you're showing up. I feel what you feel. I'm showing up in the same energy that you're showing up as. Neither of you is doing very much. There's kind of like a waiting for the other person to make the first move, waiting for the other person to initiate. And in the meantime, it's making the both of you unhappy. So it's not like one of you is like, yay, I'm so happy that we're not talking. I'm so happy we're not together. No. And again, this could be a friendship. This could be a family member. This doesn't have to be love. At least I don't see that yet, but I definitely see two energies showing up. You guys are both showing up under the same energy. You guys are both like wanting the same thing, but look at these cards. You guys are both looking away from each other. That one's looking that way. This one's looking that way. And it's making you both very unhappy, but I still don't see you guys doing anything about it in the recent past. Let's take a look at your current situation. I want to see what the moon is about. I've been drawn to this moon since the very beginning of this reading. Let's see what the moon is about. The moon is clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the King of Wands. Some of you may be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It's shown up quite a bit for you at this point in this reading. So again, you're not realizing that you have all the answers that you need. You have everything that you need to move forward. The King of Wands is someone who's able to take control. They have a very dominant, very action-oriented energy. They act on their intuition and they're very confident about it. They're very, very confident. You're not realizing that you already have this confidence within you. You have all the answers that you want. You have the clarity that you want. You're just not willing to look at it. And again, that could be, remember how I said in the recent past, your intuition is trying to tell you something and you're just shutting it up. You're like, I don't even want to hear it. That could be what your intuition is trying to guide you towards. Be like, hey, Aquarius, you have the answers. You know, this whole I'm confused, I don't know what to do. No, you know exactly what to do. You just don't want to look at the answer. And sometimes we don't want to. Sometimes we know what we need to do. For example, like, you know, if we're not feeling well, we know we need to go to the doctor. And again, this isn't medical advice or anything like that. This is just an example that popped into my head. This is not necessarily correlated to you. But we know that if we don't feel well, we need to go to the doctor. But sometimes we don't want to because we're too lazy, because we don't want to wait in line, because, so we have the answer. We know what we need to do. We just don't want to do it. That's the energy here. It's like you have the answer. You have the clarity that you need. You just don't want to look at it. So you're like, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. And it's like, no, you're not. You know exactly what to do. Let's take a look at the death for you in the current situation. And again, it could be that this clarity that you want is telling you to release something that's no longer serving you, and you don't want to release it. Let's see. Let's clarify the death in the current situation. Yeah. The death is clarified by the judgment, which you got in the same row in the recent past, tied up to you wanting to rekindle something, wanting to revive a connection between you and somebody else. You got the Four of Cups in the recent past, tied up to you and this person matching up, showing up under the same energy, but neither of you doing anything. So in the current situation, the death is clarified by the judgment, the Two of Cups, the Four of Cups. There's something in this connection that needs to die out. It could be the connection as a whole, right? It could be that you and this person are just not aligned and it's no longer serving you, the connection that you have with this person, and you need to let it go. And that's really, really difficult for you because you care about them. It could be that there's just an aspect of this connection, like the lack of communication, the lack of setting boundaries, your inability, both of you, to communicate, that needs to transform, that needs to die out. Something here needs to come to an end. We'll see what this is when we clarify. I don't feel like it's the connection as a whole. For some of you, it may be that this whole connection is just not serving you, but let's see. There's definitely something here that is no longer serving you or the other person, and that needs to come to an end. Let's take a look at the Ten of Pentacles for you in your current situation. The Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Empress, and the Six of Cups. Okay. So remember, the Ten of Pentacles is the main energy that you got for your reading this week. You're manifesting things working out in that direction. Now, initially, I thought this had to do with your job. And for some of you, it does, where you're manifesting like a up-leveling in terms of your career. Alongside that, though, you guys are also tied up to somebody that you care a lot about. There's definitely a soul connection between you and somebody else showing up here. This person is somebody that you look at and you're like, that's my person. That's the person I want. That is the person, they're looking like a snack and I'm starving. What you are manifesting here is you and this person giving up on putting in the effort. What I'm seeing here very strongly in this connection, and it could be just you, it could be just them, or it could be the both of you. When things get a little bit difficult, when work is required, when you guys need to put in work, whether it's to communicate, whether it's to learn each other's love languages, whether it's to learn how to overcome an argument, whatever it is, right? It's going to be different for somebody else. One or the both of you have a tendency to just be like, okay, I'm giving up. I'm not going to do this. I'm giving up. It's too hard. You're manifesting being able to work through this, being able to work on things with this person because you care about this person a lot. And this is a soul connection showing up here for you. But I feel like one or the other, one of you or both of you has a tendency to just be like, okay, the second there's a little hurdle, the second, things aren't going smoothly, I'm just walking away. But you're not actually walking away, not you and not them. You guys are walking away, but you're both looking back. So it's like, if you're going to keep being connected to this, and if you're just walking away but then coming back anyway, why not just work on things? And I see you realizing that and manifesting this progress moving forward. Let's take a look at your near future. I want to see what the Six of Pentacles is for you here in the near future. The Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Strength. I see you kind of reaching a sense of balance within yourself, internally within yourself, feeling very stable, feeling very grounded within yourself. However, when it comes to love, when it comes to a new beginning in love, especially with this person, things are still difficult. I feel like there's a lack of clarity here, or it could be that, you guys have come together. The energy for a brand new beginning is there, but it's not smooth sailing. It's not super easy. It's still a little bit of a bumpy road. And again, when you guys are starting to work on something, especially if it's something new, like if you guys are entering an energy where you haven't experienced it before, it feels foreign. It doesn't feel right. It feels difficult. Like, what? I can't just run away when things get difficult? Communicate? What? So there is a little bit of like a difficult energy here, but the energy for a brand new beginning in love is definitely there. Let's take a look at the Page of Cups here for you in the near future. Page of Cups is clarified by the Page of Swords, the Hermit, and the Chariot, and you get the Chariot again in the near future. You know you guys are moving in a good direction. Again, you guys are both showing up under the same energy. Page of Cups, Page of Swords. In the recent past, it was Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles. You guys are both matching each other's in energies. It's not like one of you wants this more, or one of you wants this less, or one of you is more intense. It's not that. You guys are both showing up under the same energy. And deep down, you both know you're moving in a very, very good direction. And things are progressing in the right way. So that's beautiful. I like seeing that. And you guys are progressing towards commitment from what it seems like here. Let's take a look at the Chariot for you in the near future. The Chariot is clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Okay. Again, y'all have evolved from pages into queens. So now you guys are both... Okay. Y'all are killing me. You're hilarious. Pages are all about movement, but very small movement, right? And so you guys, in the recent past, same energy. In the near future, same energy. You guys are both moving towards each other. You guys are both showing up, but you're taking very small steps. And then with the Chariot here, you guys kind of evolve. And again, you guys are both matching in terms of energy. You're showing up as queens. However, queens are not energy that actually takes action. Queens are energy that receive. So I see you guys both, like, you've moved forward, you've progressed into this energy from, you know, taking small steps into, okay, we both want this. You've up-leveled, and then now you guys are both sitting there and waiting and being like, okay, well, I'll just wait for them to make the move. And I'll wait for this person to make the move. But it's good because neither of you is showing up as closed off. One of you is showing up as a little bit more fiery, a little bit more passionate. The other one's kind of like more reserved, more like, okay, you know, but you guys are both showing up under good energy. But the reason neither of you is making a move in the near future and you guys are both waiting for the other person to make the move is because y'all are both up in your head. You're like, okay, so we've overcome this one hurdle, the difficult part, and now this can also go to shit. This can also, like, worst case scenario, right? We've progressed from pages, we've moved, we've talked, we've evolved. But now I'm afraid that this is not going to work out. Now I'm afraid that the worst case scenario, this person leaving, this person not being interested in me, this person not wanting this as badly as I do, maybe that's going to happen. And so I see you guys both all up in your head, both thinking about worst case scenario, and so neither of you is making a move. But there's no closed off energy here, which is what I really like to see, which is letting me know that there's probably going to be another evolution in this relationship in the near future. It's very cool to see how you guys both show up with the same energy, Aquarius. So I hope you made it this far into the reading. I know it's a little bit of a longer reading than normal. Let's close off your reading and see what Spirit wants you to keep in mind this week. There you are. Yeah. You're definitely healing, Aquarius. From the universe, you get the Five of Pentacles, the Star, the Temperance. You're healing. You're healing this pain. You're healing this separation. You're healing this loss between you and somebody else. And you're transforming it. You're transforming it into something very, very beautiful. So Aquarius, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to check out your monthly reading up on the channel now. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you here next week. Bye, Aquarius.